So in this session we are going to talk about sequential circuits. Okay, we've seen what combinational circuits are. Now we are going to study sequential circuits. What is a sequential circuit? It is a circuit in which your output is dependent on your current input and your current state. Okay, current state. What is the state? Your state is determined by either of your current input or past inputs. So your state in itself is determined by current or past inputs. Okay, so we can say that a sequential circuit actually is composed of both current input and past inputs, and these two together determine your current output. Okay, so in a sequential circuit, to store this state, you have something called state memory. Okay, your current state is stored in state memory. Okay, state memory. This is stored. Current state stored in state memory. Your output is determined by output logic circuit. Okay, that's a terminology. Okay, we call this output logic circuit. This is the circuit that determines what is the output of your sequential circuit. Okay, output is determined by and your current state is determined by something called next state logic circuit. Okay, so I'm going to do this and say your current state is determined by these. Okay, and we have a circuit which operates upon these, and that circuit is called as next state logic circuit. Next state logic circuit. Okay, so here I am going to write current state determined by. Okay, current state determined by your next state logic circuit. I am going to put this in a block so that you understand that this is a block of your sequential circuit. This is again a block of your sequential circuit, and this is a block of your sequential circuit. Okay, since your sequential circuit has states and it has limited number of states, a sequential circuit is also known as a finite state machine. Okay, so sequential circuit also known as a finite state machine. Okay, your sequential circuit is also known as a finite state machine, which is also known as FSM. Okay, so any FSM can be categorized on the basis of the fact whether your output signal is dependent on your input signal. Okay, so on the basis of that fact, we have a Moore FSM or Moore Sequential Circuit, and we have Mealy FSM. Mealy FSM or Mealy Sequential Circuit. In your Moore FSM, output is dependent on current state and your input, only on the current state, sorry. In your Moore FSM, the output is dependent on current state, okay? And in your Mealy FSM, your output is dependent on current state plus your current inputs, okay? So this is your Mealy FSM. Let us make a diagram, a block diagram, so you understand what Moore and Mealy FSM looks like, okay? So my Moore FSM is like this. We have a next state logic circuit, okay? A next state logic circuit, okay? I am going to put this in a block. We have a state memory, okay? These are standard components of a sequential circuit. We have a state memory, okay? And we have a output logic circuit, okay? We have output logic circuit. So let's see what is your FSM like. Your input signal go here, okay? Your input signal then produces something called excitation, okay? On the basis of your excitation, your state is determined. Okay, so on the basis of input signal, next state logic circuit produces excitation through which your next state is determined. Okay, so your state memory produces what? Your state. So here you have your current state. Okay, and finally your output signal is received from this. Okay, the thing is, your next state logic determines excitation based on both the current state and the input signal. So this is your Moore FSM. Okay, now let's see what is Mealy FSM. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it over here. Whoops. Yeah. So I'm going to now show you what is Mealy FSM. Look, we have already seen that a Mealy FSM output is determined by current state and current inputs. So what I'm going to do over here, oops, yeah. So this is your output logic and you are going to input your current input over here. Okay, because in a Mealy FSM your output signal is determined both by current state and current input. Okay, so this is my Mealy FSM.